biggest event so far. 12 crews contesting for, once again, 6 places in the A final. And the flotilla will be led off by Magdalen College School C crew, crew 126. Obviously, the entries have been considerably depleted this year, but it's still a very welcome to see so much strong support from a number of particularly local clubs in the south of England. As I said earlier, more than 1,700 competitors taking part over this 2 days of racing. And as the National Schools Organising Committee announced earlier in the year, for this very special year, they've split the traditional regatta into 2 events. So this weekend concentrates on J, 16, 17 and 18 competition. And there'll be an event later in the year up at the National Water Sports Centre at Home Pierpont that is being billed as a youth rowing festival, and that'll concentrate on J14 and J15 crews for the younger competitors. Next event has indeed started, the boys quad sculls event for second crews. First to get underway, Magdalen College School C crew, followed by Hampton G, very much here in force, our Hampton School, but of course that's just down the road in West London. And then the third crew to get underway, King's School Worcester D crew. Magdalen College School through the first 400-metre split in 1 minute 23, but they're followed by Hampton G some 4 seconds faster there at that early stage. Hampton getting there in 1 minute 19. Well, here they come into sight from the finish line for the first time, Magdalen College School C crew. Now, I gave their first intermediate split time, didn't I? And they were rapidly overhauled by the second crew off the start. Well, I've got to tell you that Magdalen College School seem to be slipping down the rankings because they've been superseded by another 7 crews to that first split. Looking very strong indeed. Sir William Borley's E crew, they're the fastest so far through the first 400 metres. And the Walton B crew also looking very strong indeed at the early stage. Well, back up at the start, I can tell you that every crew in this event for the boys quad scull second cruise has been started. And so far, the fastest crew through the first 400 is Tideway Scullers C crew. They're one of the late starters, so let's see how things pan out as we get down towards the finish. Fastest completed crew so far, King's School Worcester D crew. No, they've just been superseded by Clare's Court School C crew. So Magdalen C crew have recorded the finish time of 7:01. They're the fastest because nobody has yet joined them on the finish line. I think they're going to slip down the rankings though as the times get slotted in. Let's just wait and see. Yep, Hampton can cross the line in 6 minutes 49. So some 12 seconds faster than Magdalen College School. And the third to finish is King's School Worcester D crew. They're some 8 seconds faster again. Emmanuel School E crew going to be the next to finish. But hard on their heels is Clare's Court School. Yeah, well, Clare's Court School are now the fastest finishers, 6 minutes 32. That really is a very fast time. Looking at the intermediate splits, they took a while to get going because they were the 9th fastest after 400, but obviously they've got better and better all the way down the course. That's a very strong performance from Clare's Court School. So the top three at the moment, Clare's Court C, Sir William Borlase E, and King's School Worcester D crew. But let's not forget that could all change because we have some faster crews yet to complete the course. And my eye is still on Tideway Scullers there. Northwich just crossing the line with their green and yellow blades. Now they look pretty nifty on the intermediate splits, and that is borne out by their finish time. No, that's fantastic for Northwich A crew. 6 minutes 24, the fastest finisher so far. They've surely booked their place in the final. Wallingford D crew coming down towards the line. Now here come the Tideway Scullers in their scarlet and yellow blades. Now, as I was mentioned them a couple of times, I was looking very fast through the early splits. I feel sure that they're going to book their place in the A final. You know, just look at that tidy, strong, neat blade work compared with some of the other crews. Let's see the time come up on the board then for Tideway Scullers C crew, and no surprises, 6 minutes 17. Fastest finisher by some 7 seconds ahead of Northwich A. So it's just the Windsor Boys School B crew to finish, and then we'll be able to give you the unofficial 6 crews who've earned their places in the A final. Well, that was a great scull by Windsor Boys. They were the last of this 12-boat flotilla, but they were the fastest down the 2K. So Windsor Boys School B were the fastest, 6 minutes 13. Then Tideway Sculler School C, 6 minutes 17. Northwich A, 6:24. Walton Rowing Club B, 6 minutes 27. Lee Rowing Club F, 6 minutes 32. And they were just 0.44 of a second faster than Clares Court School C crew, which is the sixth boat to make the A final. So they will contest the trophy later this afternoon. Bit of a break now until the next event, which is the Girls Coxed Fours Championship event, race 104, when 8 crews will race for 6 places in the A final, and that time trial set to kick off at 8:50. Half the field of 9 already started. We've had one withdrawal from this event. Putney High School D crew have pulled out. And the fastest for the first split, that's the Henley Rowing Club C crew. But in shot at the moment, it's the Emmanuel C crew that led off this 9-boat flotilla. $1:31 to the first 400, $3:35 to halfway for Emmanuel. And the first of this weekend's Irish competitors, Enniskillen Royal B crew. They are in second place in this flotilla. One of a smattering of crews that have made their way across from Ireland for this year's National Schools Regatta. Emmanuel's time to the 1400 split, 5:38. Oh, 5:38 for Emmanuel, 5:28 for Enniskillen. And behind them, I suspect that Henley are going to put in an even faster time. Let's just wait and see. Yep, there it goes. 5 minutes 23 to the 1400 meter split for Henley. So they're looking pretty strong. So into the red boy zone for the leading crew, Emmanuel C. The lane marker boys separating the 8 lanes in total across the full Olympic rowing lake. The lane marker boys generally yellow in color, but the red boys mark the last 250 meters. That's to indicate to the crews that if they don't already know it, they're inside the that crucial last danger zone leading down to the finish. Enniskillen looking very neat indeed as they come inside the last 100 meters. Emmanuel just crossing the line now. And Enniskillen have got closer and closer to the Emmanuel boat throughout this 2,000 meter course. 7:44 was the finishing time for Emmanuel. And 7:26, yes, I thought it was going to be faster, Enniskillen. Well, you don't come all this way to National Schools Regatta with a crew that's not going to be competitive. Henley with the dark blue blades there and the white strip. Last few strokes, there they go across the line. And let's get their time, but I think it's going to be right up there. Yes, indeed, 7 minutes 22. They're the fastest so far. Next down, it's going to be the St. George's E crew. Now, things could go either way for this particular boat. Not particularly fast through the first 1,000, but have they had a good second half? That's going to be the clue, because they could squeeze their way into the top 6, but only if they've had a really good as I say, second half. Well, they're certainly looking neat. But is that being translated into boat speed? That's the critical thing. .751 was their finish time there. So that's some, 7 seconds slower than Emmanuel. So they'll have to hang on in there. Well, of the later starters, it's Marlow that's caught my eye. They've had the fastest split of the entire field, right the way down to 1400, and they're well inside the last quarter. Lady Eleanor Hollis there putting in a strong time, 7 minutes 38 for LEH. They look to have booked themselves a place in the final. Yeah, Tideway Scullers 7:32, the third fastest so far. And he's still top of the league with 7:22. There's one crew to round things off. That's the Aberdeen Schools Rowing Association, their F crew. Quite a gap of clear water before we'll see them finish, and their intermediate splits don't look promising for a place in the A final, I've got to say. So the fastest 6, I don't think they're going to be troubled. So top of the league, well, Marlow N crew, yep. They had the fastest splits all the way down. They are the fastest of the entire entry. So we'll see them in the A final together with Henley C, the Enniskillen crew, Tideway Scullers, Lady Eleanor Hollis B crew, and Emmanuel School C crew. So Aberdeen Schools Rowing Association crossed the line, and yep, predictably enough, I'm afraid there's no place in the A final for the Aberdeen crew. 8 minutes 17. So it'll just be a 2-boat B final contesting places 7 and 8 in this event. St George's College E crew and the Aberdeen F crew.